Many gardeners reach for bug spray the moment they notice a line of ants moving across the soil. It seems like the quickest answer. But here is something that surprises many experienced gardeners. Sometimes a garden attracts even more ants after being sprayed. That sounds backward, doesn't it? If you've treated ants before, only to see them return a few days later, you're not doing anything wrong. This is a very common experience, especially in home gardens. After watching gardens through many growing seasons, one pattern appears again and again. The healthiest gardens with the fewest ant problems often depend less on chemical sprays and more on understanding what is happening beneath the surface. They change one simple thing around the soil, and over time the difference becomes noticeable. The reason is not magic, and it is not a secret product. It is simply knowing why ants came in the first place. Before explaining why this happened, it helps to understand what your garden may already be telling you. Ants rarely arrive by accident. They are always looking for something that helps their colony survive. Sometimes they are searching for food. Sometimes they are looking for moisture during dry weather. At other times, they find small spaces in loose soil where they can safely build a nest. A garden that looks neat and healthy to us may still offer exactly what ants need. Warm soil, quiet corners under mulch, and tiny openings around plants can all become inviting places. This is why two gardens sitting side by side may have very different ant activity. One provides shelter, the other does not. Instead of thinking about ants as the main problem, it helps to see them as visitors responding to conditions in the garden. When we understand those conditions, we can often reduce ant activity without fighting them every day. Many gardeners unknowingly make the garden even more comfortable for ants. Thick mulch placed tightly against plant stems creates cool, protected spaces where ants like to travel. Water that collects in low spots after irrigation can also attract insects searching for moisture. Dry soil with deep cracks gives ants easy entrances to build tunnels below the surface. Even small food sources matter. Fallen fruit, sweet plant sap, or tiny insects can provide everything a colony needs. One of the biggest hidden food sources is something many people never notice. Tiny insects called aphids produce a sweet liquid known as honeydew. Ants are strongly attracted to it. They return again and again because it provides an easy source of food. This leads to an important question. What if the ants are not actually the biggest problem in your garden? This is where many gardeners experience an important discovery. Ants and aphids often work together. Aphids feed on plant sap and release honeydew. Ants collect that honeydew as food. In return, ants protect aphids from many natural predators. Ladybugs, lacewings, and other helpful insects may struggle to reach the aphids because the ants drive them away. The same relationship can happen with scale insects and mealybugs, which also produce honeydew. Suddenly, the ants are not simply wandering across your plants. They are acting like guards. This changes how we think about the problem. Removing ants without noticing the insects they are protecting often leads to disappointment because the food source remains. The colony has every reason to come back. Once gardeners understand this connection, the entire picture becomes much clearer. This also explains why sprays often seem to work only for a short time. A spray may remove the ants you see today, but it usually does not reach the queen deep inside the nest. The colony continues to survive underground. As long as food and shelter remain nearby, new workers eventually follow the same paths back into the garden. Can feel like nothing changed. In reality, only the surface activity was interrupted. The conditions attracting ants stayed exactly the same. Instead of asking how to kill every ant, it becomes much more helpful to ask a different question. How can we make this area less attractive to them? That small change in thinking often leads to longer-lasting results with much less effort. One gentle method many gardeners choose is using food-grade diatomaceous earth as a barrier around areas where ants travel. This natural powder is made from the tiny fossilized remains of ancient aquatic organisms. Although it feels soft to our hands, its microscopic particles can damage the protective outer layer of crawling insects. As insects lose moisture, they eventually die. The important word here is barrier. Rather than spreading it everywhere, place a light, thin line around active trails, near nest entrances, or around areas you want to protect. Avoid covering entire flower beds or coating every surface. More is not always better. The powder works only while it stays dry, so after heavy rain or watering, it usually needs to be applied again. If you choose this method, use only food-grade diatomaceous earth, not products made for swimming pool filters. Those are very different and should never be used in the garden this way. The goal is not to eliminate every insect. The goal is simply to interrupt the paths ants prefer to follow while encouraging a healthier balance in the garden. Weather also plays a larger role than many people expect. During long dry periods, ants may become much more active because they are searching for moisture. After several days of rain, colonies sometimes move to higher ground, changing where you notice them. Wind can scatter fine powders, making barriers less effective until they are refreshed. Soil type matters as well. Sandy soil dries quickly and often develops spaces where ants can dig more easily. Heavy clay soil holds moisture longer, creating different conditions altogether. Gardeners living in humid climates may notice different patterns than those gardening in dry regions. That is perfectly normal. There is no single schedule that works everywhere. Observing your own garden over several weeks often teaches more than following a fixed calendar. Every season brings small changes, and healthy gardens respond in their own way. Simple habits can also reduce the reasons ants return. If you notice aphids gathering on young stems or the undersides of leaves, dealing with those insects early may naturally reduce ant activity. A gentle spray of water is sometimes enough to knock aphids from plants before their numbers grow. Avoid leaving fallen fruit or sugary plant debris on the soil for long periods. If mulch touches the base of plant stems, pull it back slightly to improve airflow and reduce hidden pathways. Water deeply when needed, but avoid creating constantly wet areas that remain damp for days. None of these habits require heavy work. They are small adjustments that fit naturally into regular gardening. Together, they help create an environment that is simply less inviting to ants. As with any gardening method, safety deserves a little attention. If you are using food-grade diatomaceous earth, avoid breathing in the dust during application. Wearing simple gardening gloves can make cleanup easier, especially if you have sensitive skin. Keep pets away from freshly applied powder until it has settled. Remember that even natural products should be used carefully and only where they are needed. Avoid spreading barriers across flowers where helpful insects regularly visit. Bees, butterflies, and many beneficial insects play valuable roles in keeping gardens healthy. Whenever you use any commercial gardening product, take a moment to read the label carefully and follow the instructions provided. Gentle, thoughtful use is almost always better than using more than necessary. Over time, something interesting begins to happen. The garden becomes calmer. Ant trails may grow shorter. Aphid numbers often become easier to manage. Helpful insects have a better chance to return. None of this usually happens overnight, and that is perfectly fine. Gardening has always been about steady progress rather than instant results. Small changes made with patience often lead to the healthiest gardens in the long run. If you're comfortable sharing, I'm curious whether ants usually appear near your vegetable beds, flower beds, or around potted plants. Every garden has its own story, and hearing about different experiences helps all of us learn a little more. The most rewarding gardens are rarely the ones where every insect disappears. They are the ones where nature slowly finds its balance again. Sometimes the healthiest garden doesn't come from doing more. It comes from understanding a little more, observing a little longer, and letting nature work with you instead of against you. So the next time you notice a trail of ants, take a moment before reaching for the spray. Look around. Watch what else is happening. Often, the garden is quietly showing you the real answer. Sometimes the garden improves when we simply step back and observe. Do less. Observe more. Get better results.